Hello! In this video, we're going to continue to talk about the reliability of social media. First, we'll talk about how some sources of information might not be credible. Then we'll talk about how you can use media literacy skills to check the reliability of information you see on social media. First, let's define credibility. Credibility means the ability to trust that something is true. If a source of information is credible, then we can trust that it will give true information. Whenever we see information on social media, it's important to ask whether the source of that information is credible. This is an important question for social media because nearly anyone can be a source of information. Anyone with access to the internet can create a media message and instantly publish it online. Most of the time, this means that we can get useful information. For example, people can share information about traffic on the roads, or someone who saw a traffic accident can post pictures of that event. Other times, though, people can create and spread media messages that aren't completely true. And maybe they don't even know that their message they're posting is not true. Perhaps they didn't take any time to make sure their information was reliable. Or perhaps they're giving opinions about subjects where they aren't experts. In these cases, they might not be credible sources. Let's look at an example. In 2013, in South Africa, a popular musician made a Facebook post about crime statistics. His post was seen by the 175,000 people in his social network. Many people probably believed his post and shared it with their social networks. So this information was seen by lots and lots of people. There was a problem, though, when researchers discovered that the musician's information wasn't completely true. A lot of damage can be caused by a post that isn't true, and it's very difficult or impossible to find everyone who's seen it to tell them the correct information. We should realize that in social media, having a large social network doesn't always mean that a person is a credible source of information. In this case, a musician is probably not an expert on crime. Now, let's talk about how you can use media literacy to look at the reliability of the information you see in social media. The first thing you can do is ask yourself where the information is coming from. You want to make sure that the source is credible. We should probably pay more attention to experts, people who have lots of experience, or eyewitnesses, people who actually saw an event for themselves. The second way to check for reliability is to try to find evidence. Look for research by universities or statistics from credible sources. Remember this rule: if you see a big claim in social media, then you should ask for big evidence. In other words, if the information in a post is very exciting or important, then you should be able to find good proof easily. Third, when you're trying to find out whether something is reliable, you should consider bias. Remember, bias is having an opinion about something that isn't based on all the facts. You should consider looking at a variety of sources to see what they say about a certain topic. If they all agree, then the information is probably reliable. To summarize, we should remember that not all information on social media is reliable. Sometimes sources of information aren't credible. Before we share a social media post with our social network, we should ask ourselves about where the information came from, whether there is good evidence, and whether there is bias. Next, we're going to talk about the language of social media.